Yeah, let's go.
Okay, Kaitlyn, let's talk about you as a reader today, okay? We've been having a hard time getting you in a book, and I see what are you reading right now?
A Living Dead Girl.
Okay, so and you think you're gonna like this book?
Yes, I like this book.
Okay, what attracted you to this book?
It's sort of a mystery type of thing.
Okay, and so that's your genre, right?
Yes.
Okay, so tell me about what you're doing as a reader. So what have you been working on?
Trying to read different type of books.
Okay. So let's go into your book. Okay, let's venture into it. What page are you on to it right now?
20.
What page 20? Okay. In the first 20 pages, was there anything that hung you up just a little bit?
Yes.
Okay. What hung you up? Because you've told me this is a thinking book, right?
Yes.
It's making you stop and.
Yes.
Okay. So tell me how it's making you think.
Because it like says, I don't know, like what it says, you have to keep on reading it because it just doesn't make sense.
Okay.
And then it finally hits you.
Okay, and it finally hits you.
Yes.
Because do you know what strategy you're using to say that it finally hits you?
No.
Okay, inferring, right?
That's what I thought.
That's what you thought. Okay, so again, an inference is like something that you're kind of making that you use the text plus what you know, and that equals an inference. Okay, so you use the text evidence, something in the text. You remember how we've been working on character traits and how it never comes out and says, this girl's bossy. We have to infer that because of how the character acts, what the character says. It's kind of like what you were describing for me earlier about a line in here. You remember the line that you said was like, you had to ask a peer, right? Ask a friend to read it. So can you locate that line for me and let's talk through that? Because that's what was hanging you up, right? And that line was important to the rest of the story, right?
Yes.
Okay. So when you encounter this line here, can you tell me you had to stop to think, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So tell me about that process. What did you do when you hit that line?
I read it.
Okay.
And then read it again.
Uh-huh.
And then read it one more time.
Okay.
And then I asked two of my friends, and they said, like, what I was thinking of what it was talking about. They said they thought the same thing. So
Okay.
I just kind of went with it, and then I went to the next page.
Okay. So what happened was, after you read it a couple different times, you stopped two friends, and you said, read this line for me and see what you think it says.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good strategy. That's what I do.
Thank you.
Okay, very good strategy. And then you stopped me and asked me to read it, right? To see what I thought.
Yeah.
So when I read it, did you and I both have the same idea?
Yes, we did.
Yes, we did. Okay. Is this line crucial to the rest of the story?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It explains, like, why she's the way she is.
Right. You're doing an awesome job, Kaitlyn. Okay. You're really growing as a reader because of this. I want you to think about too. So when we go to this line right here, and it says, kind of what this guy has done to this poor little girl, right? And then it goes on through the text. Did the text help you when you thought that? Did the text help you clarify that too?
Yeah.
So it reaffirmed what you thought was happening, right?
Yeah.
Because this book doesn't come, you have to make a lot of inferences with this book, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Here's what I would like for you to do. Another goal I'd like you to have, because this is a book that you like a lot. And I like this book too, because A, I like how the font is. It's nice. And B, I like the short chapters. Real sweet.
But it flips over, like, just...
It's going to make you think, right?
Yes.
What is that called when it goes back and forth? When you have something happen currently and it switches back in time, do you know what that is called?
A flashback.
It's a flashback. Very good. Good. Okay. And so this book is about flashbacks, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's what I want you to do. I'm going to give you two things to think about. I want you to see the next time you encounter a line that causes you to think like that. I want you to write it down for me.
Okay.
Okay. Then another thing is, I want you to tell me, why do you think the author did that with flashbacks? Okay, because you're not very far in it. You're only on page 20, right?
Yeah.
So as you're reading it, and I do want you to enjoy just the reading of it, but as you're reading it, I want you to think about too, why did the author do that? What was the purpose behind the flashbacks? Okay, so next time I meet with you, it's going to be about a line that causes you to infer, that makes you stop to do just like what you did. And then I want you to also think about the flashbacks.
Okay.
Okay, why? That's purposeful. Why do you think the author did that?
Did you just say purposeful?
Yes, I did.
Purposeful. I never heard that word.
Good,
Purposeful.
good. Well, do you know what that means?
No.
When the author does something intentional.
Oh, well,
Do you know
yeah.
what intentional means?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the author is doing it intentionally. Okay? So think about why he's doing that.
Alrighty then.
Okay? Thanks for this conference.